So, where I am, flu season has hit. And whether it's a cold or flu, everyone's going to be looking around for some type of remedy. And I'm going to share one with you today. Now, I'm not one to go around and take over the counter drugs. It takes a lot for me to do that. I have a pretty good tolerance for things. So, I have a good tolerance for pain. That's why even a headache I can bear with for quite some time before I feel the need to take an over the counter medicine. And even that I take very little when I do. Usually the body is telling you that it needs something. So whether you need some sleep or some hydration or a particular type of food, if you listen to your body, it will tell you something, and you just go along with that. So what I'm going to show you today is a really good kicker for the cold and flu. And you only need a few basic ingredients. You can find them at the grocery store. What you're going to need is lemon. I like to use whole lemons. You're going to need ginger and oregano. And for taste, if you really want to, you can throw in some honey. Honey is good. It's better than granulated sugar. But even honey, the body has to break that down. We're trying to allow the body to take a break in some areas, in this case, digestion, and allow it to focus on healing in other ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it all into a little pot, some lemons, and I like to squeeze in some lemon juice. You can put in some water if you want, just to fill it up a little bit more. I like to make a good 3 days worth of drink for this. You put it all in there. The ginger that you're going to use is, you get the ginger root, and I would chop up about 2 inches worth of that root in there. And that's quite a lot, and it's going to be really effective, you'll see. And then I just throw in a couple dashes of oregano. Oregano and the ginger have anti-inflammatory properties, which is going to really help the body tremendously. So you let that boil into a pot. And when it's done, you put it into a container. I like to use a French press. French press is one of those coffee presses where you put in the grinds with the water and then you let it sit for a while and you push down the grinds. And then you could drink just the coffee itself. Now, you don't need a French press. I like to use one. However, put that drink into the fridge and let it sit overnight. You could use it right away. If you want to, grab yourself a quick drink from it. You'll feel really good right away. Letting it sit overnight, though, however, allows for all those ingredients to marry, and you'll understand what I mean about the ginger. Now, the ginger is not something everyone can handle right away because it makes the drink pretty hot. Hot is in spicy. So if it becomes too strong, water it down. Throw some orange juice in the mix. Throw lemon juice into the mix if you want to. You could dilute the whole taste by doing all that if it's too strong. Just try to use something that doesn't have all that sugar into it. That's what we're trying to avoid. Why? Because the body has to go through a process. So when you put water or liquids into your body, your stomach has to process that, and the easier we make it for the body, the better. For example, if you put in a cold drink into your stomach, your body has to warm that up before it goes to before it does its process. By giving it a warm drink or a hot drink, you've already eliminated that process for your body, and it's going to thank you a lot. Now, the problem is with the hard granulated sugar, you see, is that the body has to break that down, and it has a tougher time doing that even when the body is not sick. So by adding in the honey, at the very least, it's going to make it easier. I would eliminate the honey. You don't really need the honey. A little bit of honey is good for the throat, you know that. And so these are just simple ingredients that have been around for centuries, and there's nothing really new to it. But just remember to do this, and you may not need to take any over-the-counter medicine at all. Neocitrin is one of those drinks that everyone loves. And now you get the Neocitrin, and then you get a strong neocitrin, and now they have extra strength neocitrin. I mean, that just knocks you right out. And it's like you take one of those and you'll be asleep in 10 minutes. Believe it or not, this drink is one of those things. It's a natural neocitrin, and it's wonderful, and it tastes great. It's not awful, except for the ginger. It's pretty spicy. And all you need is this little amount. I really wouldn't take more than that. Okay, that's about a quarter of a drink, or a third of a cup, I should say. And just that enough is going to get you through the night. So you get some of that before bedtime. Grab some of that when you wake up in the morning. It is the right way to start your day. Whether it's this or any other hot drink, get yourself a nice hot drink first thing in the morning, and your body will thank you. I would take that 2 times a day, 3 times, or 4. You can't overdose on that. That's another great thing. So drink up as much as you want. And if you run out, make another batch. However, the ginger is quite strong. I joke about this, but it's true. The ginger is quite strong, so if you drink too much, you might get a tummy ache just from the ginger. But at least your body will be getting what it needs. Give it to your children. Your children will feel better after taking this. It's one of those things where you just need to play around with the recipe. If the ginger's too strong, if you need to add in more honey, go right ahead. You do that. Okay? Throw in some orange juice, like I said, and make sure it doesn't have too much sugar, and you're done. Until next time, take care.